Welcome back. I'm right here. This is GreedFall 1. This is number 1. There's a second one coming very soon, GreedFall 2. This is episode 12. We're going to continue it on the clip. We're going to continue on my hope. To go here, but there's still more. This clip is good. Can't on the video, but you can't do. Yeah. Definitely. Come on. Oh, right here. Okay. You gotta go on that. Enjoy the go.
What do you seek?
We found your sanctuary and assisted in one of your blood rituals. Was the apparition we witnessed the demon the priests were talking about?
What is clear is these priests know nothing, and you know nothing.
The ritual. I've never seen anything like it. I hoped you'd be able to explain what they were trying to achieve. As you can see, my companion is not a Renaigse like the others. She bears our likeness. Please share your knowledge with us. Grant us the chance to understand.
Very well. I'll attempt to help you make sense of what you witnessed. The ritual you saw is a ceremony to summon forth the strength of our warriors. Our people have always lived in harmony with nature. Our very existence revolves around her. She talks to us and takes on many faces. What you have witnessed is just one of many. Confronting the threat that the Renoiksi make up, we called them for their blessings, and they appeared to us.
Can we contact them? I mean, is communication possible?
What you witnessed was not a discussion. But if you visit the sanctuary, you may see one of the faces, and then you will be able to talk. Pass the mountains and head to the swamps. There, if you perform the ritual, you will see them come, though what you will hear may not be to your liking.
Okay, oh, away. One. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Desarde, I'd like to know more about my family. I need to know what became of them. Could you accompany me to see Lady Morange? I'm afraid that without you, she may refuse to give me any information.
All right, Vasco. Let's go see Lady Lorene Morange.
I think I need to do it. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm in the damn town anyway. I gotta ask you 2 questions. Two separate questions. I gotta ask you 2 questions.
Good day, my lady. Happy to see you again in such fine health. How can I be of service?
What do you know about the ruins found to the northwest of here?
The site that the natives call Didakidnadagaze.
That is not how we pronounce it, but yes, we are speaking of the same place.
Your language is difficult to master, but I find it fascinating. To answer your question, I had countless questions about the place when our explorers and scouts first brought back sketches. Intrigued, I went there. I noted the architecture and their decorations. It is certain that they bear a striking resemblance with continental constructions, but they are more ancient. Too old to have been recently built by the Bridge Alliance settlers when they first set foot on the island. I even questioned the natives, but they only spoke of a people of the sea. My first thoughts went to the Nords, but they're not known for building large towns, less so cities. There are other ruins on a cliff to the east of here. Perhaps they hide the key to this mystery. I hoped to organize an expedition, but the region is dangerous and hard of access. We explored mines at the bottom of the cliff, but we were not able to find an access to the plateau. If the mystery of these ruins intrigues you as much as me, it is in that direction that you should begin to look for answers. Can I help you with any other matter?
We would like to have some information regarding an important family, the Darcys.
Well, I could tell you many things about them, but I suppose that you want to know something in particular?
Are there any members of this family on the island?
Indeed, Bastien Darcy, the son of the family, has been in New Serene for some time. Last I heard about it, he was doing business, but that doesn't help in knowing where he is. The Darcys' first attempt at establishing themselves on this island wasn't very fruitful, but I seem to recall that since then the son has found a competent associate who's been working here for a long time.
Perfect. Could you tell us where to find her?
Of course. Ask for a Madame Clerc near the warehouses on the port. That's where she normally is. I hope the Darcys are not in trouble.
Do not worry, madam. Their name was simply mentioned in some business discussions. We are thinking about becoming associates. We would like to know more about them to form an opinion.
If you ask me, you should forget this idea, Your Excellency. Their son is a poor business partner.
Why do you say that?
I do not mean to speak ill of him. Perhaps it would be better for you to form your own opinion.
Well, thank you for your help, madam.
Can I help you with any other matter?
What can you tell me about New Serene?
It's a new city whose construction began not long ago. When I arrived 5 years ago, there was just a port, a fence, and some huts here. The businesses, the barracks of the guard, the palace, and all of the houses sort of sprung up from the ground. To see how impressive it is today, even if it is still far from its majestic mother, is incredible. Of course, with such expanse, all kinds of bandits, drunkards, and other lowlife have arrived. But I'm very proud of it, in spite of everything. I hope that your cousin continues this work.
What do you know about this island?
Much less than I would like. The land is still wild and extremely rich. Its soils are full of minerals, some of which are unknown to us. With regard to the flora and fauna, you've probably seen how different the creatures and plants are here. The islanders protect their land fiercely, and we cannot begrudge them that. When you see what we have done with our own, well, such a source of richness attracts greed.
You seem interested in the islanders.
As a matter of fact, I find their culture fascinating, but I can't say I know much about them. They are quite secretive and protect their cult and traditions from the curiosity of strangers. I know that their sages, they call them Donegada, are the guardians of their rituals as well as of the island. They have very strong links with nature and the creatures that inhabit it. They're also good healers. I could talk about them for hours, but you will learn more from the islanders themselves.
What can you tell me about the relations we have with other nations?
We play a difficult role, caught between these two enemy nations who are nonetheless our allies. The smallest action could tip the balance and draw us into their conflict. If I may offer some advice, be very careful. We do not want a war to break out here.
My lady, I have to go. Goodbye.
Sworn through is your... Welcome! It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything? Thank you for your visit. Welcome! It's such a pleasure to... Have you seen any... Thank you for your visit. See you soon. Welcome! Have you... Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Can I help you? Are you here to do business?
Are you Madam Clerk?
We would like to meet with your associate, Mr. Darcy.
Bastian? I don't know where he is. I can't say that he often graces us with his presence.
You don't have the slightest idea where he is?
I am not his caretaker, you know.
You don't seem to hold him in high regard.
Listen, my relationship with my associate is no one else's concern. And if you didn't come to do business, well...
I've got a hunch that your associate has brought you more problems than benefits. What would you say if I offered you some gold to compensate for your losses?
I see that you understand the struggles of a simple merchant. He was supposed to go to Hikmet to deal with one of our clients, but I didn't receive any news from him after his departure. And given his tendency to get himself into impossible situations, I didn't try to get any.
Who is this client?
His name is Ferrat. You'll find him in the Alchemist District. I'll write this down.
You think something may have happened to him there?
His mission wasn't very complicated. He had to pay for a valuable shipment and take charge of it. But with Bastian, anything is possible.
Thank you, madam. Hello, sir. Is this the house of the man called Farad?
It is I. What can I do for you?
We're searching for Mr. Darcy. He was supposed to come here to do business.
Yes. Yes, he did come here, but I don't know where he is. To be honest, our exchange did not exactly go as planned. And if you are his associate, or a member of his family, know that you owe me a large sum of money.
How so?
Well, this Darcy fellow came here to take the shipment, and he was supposed to deliver me a promissory note.
Which never arrived, I imagine. How could you let him leave with your merchandise without payment?
Well, he's the son of a very well-known family. I did not deem it necessary to try and obtain more guarantees.
What if something happened to him?
Nothing happened. At least I don't think so. Why should that concern me? I'm not his brother. He owes me money, and I do not have the slightest idea of where he might be.
I suspect that you are not telling us everything.
Oh, come on. If you have not come to repay his debt, leave me alone so I can work in peace.
Greetings. If you have come to do business, head upstairs, if there's any business left to do.
Why do you say that?
They haven't been paying me, and I've had to work with cheap ingredients for weeks.
Have you heard of a man called Bastian Darcy?
It would be difficult not to. His name is the only thing my boss talks about. Apparently, he did not pay for one of our shipments and still left with the goods. And now my boss makes me work twice as much to compensate for his losses. With ingredients I wouldn't even feed to a pig.
And what did your boss do?
Well, he spent every waking hour cursing his name. That's how I learned about it.
What do you do here exactly?
I create and prepare complex potions. Not simple health potions, but far more subtle things.
And if I'm not mistaken, things are not going the way you would want them to.
The boss has always been difficult, but ever since he got ripped off, it has been a living hell. I work using leftovers thrown away by all the other alchemists, while listening to him screaming at me and everyone else all day. This is no way to live.
How can a brilliant, conscientious alchemist keep working here? I am certain that any great laboratory in town would welcome you with open arms. So why continue protecting your employer?
Oh, you're right. Anywhere is better than here. My boss did not only curse the name of the man you're looking for, he also hired some thugs to find him and our shipment.
Interesting. I think we may need to have a few words with your employer.
If you could also tell him that I am resigning, then I won't need to go upstairs.
You again. I already told you that I do not know where the man you're searching for is.
You may not know where he is, but you did everything you could to find him, didn't you?
What do you mean?
Come on. There's no point in denying it. One of your employees told us everything.
What? But why are you meddling in my business anyway?
You could have taken legal action and retrieved what you were owed, but you sent some killers instead.
I doubt the governor would approve. Do you want us to tell him about it?
No. But please, understand me. The Darcy family is on the continent. It would take months for them to reply to my complaint. What other solution was there? My shop will not survive this.
Tell us who these debt collectors are, and we'll take care of it.
They loiter in an alleyway of ill repute, not far from here, in the Science District.
That's what I feared. Probably a bunch of cutthroats. If Bastian survives...
If he survives, remind him of what he owes me.
Oh, by the way, your employee asked us to inform you of his resignation. Goodbye, Mr. Ferrat.
the fiery flasks, you'll find the quintessence of alchemy. Greetings. What can I serve? I was honored by your visit. Please, come back whenever you want.
Mercy! Have mercy! I will repay everything, I swear. This is nothing but a horrible misunderstanding.
Hey, you! Leave this man alone!
What do you want? No one asked you for your opinion, so get lost.
Maybe he's friends with the weakling.
Maybe. In any case, it seems like he wants to share his fate.
You think I'm afraid? I've fought uglier people than you.
Vasco, let me try to take care of this. How much money are we talking about? You're here to collect a debt, right?
Between what he owes our client and our commission, it's a hefty sum. But if you want to pay in his stead, my lady, please do.
I don't think you realize who you're dealing with. So, let me introduce myself. My name is de Sardet. I'm the legate of the congregation, and I'm here to save the life of one of our citizens. If you do not deliver him to me immediately, I will have no choice but to inform the governor.
And you'll end up rotting in jail in no time.
Ha! What a bunch of jokers. I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah. Should we show them that we're not here to joke around?
Bit of poison on my...
Have mercy! Have mercy! I will repay everything.
Hey, you! Leave this man...
What do you want?
Maybe.
Maybe.
You think I'm a...
Vasco, how much money...
Between what? But if you...
I don't think you realize who you're dealing with. So, let me introduce myself. My name is de Sardet. I'm the legate of the congregation. If you do not deliver...
And you'll end up rotting in jail in no time.
Damn it, they look serious.
Yeah, it's a bit too much. Listen, we don't want to get in trouble with the governor, so take him.
Yeah, if our client wants to get repaid, he'll have to make an official request. Come.
Thank you for your intervention. I thought these brutes would kill me.
Don't mention it. It's only natural.
But how did you end up in such a situation?
Oh, I'm certain someone like you, who belongs to high society, will understand. There is a game to hand, but that's a mere... I never would have thought... In any case...
Mine... Bit of poison on my blood.
Have mercy! I will repay.
What do you...
Maybe.
You think I'm a...
Vasco, let me try to take... How much money...
Between what? But if you want...
Here, take this and leave.
Thank you, my lady. It was a pleasure doing business with you.
Come on. We'll leave you with your weakling.
I hope I never cross paths with you again.
Thank you for your intervention. I thought these brutes would kill me.
Don't mention it. It's only natural.
But how did you end up in such a situation?
Oh, I'm certain someone like you, who belongs to high society, will understand. There is a game table here that is attended by the best of the aristocracy. I lost the money I owed to that merchant while playing there. And since I got out with a few other debts, I had to leave the merchandise as repayment as well. But that's a mere trifle that my father would have paid for without thinking twice. I never would have thought that someone would send these types of brutes after me. What a lack of tact. In any case, I am extremely grateful to you. To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
My name is Captain Vasco. Naught and sea given. It was a pleasure, sir. Thank you, de Sardet.
My pleasure. But why didn't you tell him who you were?
But I did tell him. I was stupid. I resented everyone, and you even more, for the life I didn't get to live. You had it all, everything I thought I was entitled to. But after seeing Bastion, I realized that in the end, I was exactly who I wanted to be. A naught, and a proud one at that.
I'm glad to hear it. No more regrets?
No more regrets. And I certainly don't regret not being called Leandra Darcy.
Here comes our pay, boys!
According to Lady Morange's instructions, the ruins should be in this area.
Look, up there. This is Deidre, the ruins Lady Morange told us about. But I do not know how to get there. The path collapsed.
Some of the tunnels in the mine may lead to it. We should go there.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Take a potion if you want to cast more spells.
could need. And everything anyone else could, too. Greetings, my lady. It's a real pleasure to have a customer such as yourself. How may I help you?
I imagine that your customers are mostly miners.
Yes. For this reason, I mostly sell supplies and tools. But as you can see, I have some other riches. I'm sure this village will eventually grow larger. Who knows? Maybe this alley will become more lively. Thank you. It was a pleasure.
The entrance to Qualusone is here. The people of the village might be able to teach us a few things.
Good day. What can I do for you?
Did you build this village?
Not by myself, no. We did it. We have to sleep somewhere, you know. We don't have much here, and we'd sure like the place to prosper and grow. Maybe more miners will come. Then we'd start to attract all manner of merchants and craftsmen. Do you need anything else?
What can you tell me about the ruins on the plateau?
You aren't the first to ask me about them, but the answer is still the same. I've nothing to tell you. Not that I wouldn't want to, but I've never been there. There must have been a path once upon a time, but it's no longer there. Maybe it collapsed. Some say that you have to pass through the mines to get there. A few of the tunnels do climb. It's certainly possible, I would say. But those tunnels are all closed, and we have better things to do. The iron ore. It doesn't come out of the ground by itself. Do you need anything else?
Tell me about the mines.
It wasn't us that first dug them out. They're really old. Centuries old. But those tunnels are full of riches. It takes little effort to unearth the minerals that we want. What more could we ask for? Seeing as how there aren't that many of us, if we were pressed to mine all the tunnels, we'd be too few. But the time will come when folks hear about what we're pulling from these rocks. We won't be alone for much longer.
Good grief. These are some unusual customers. Well, I have everything I
None to the attention of the vine. This is called for donation. Of the old door block as the vine was damaged, possibly by one of us asking for the operation. So many of those I replaced the parts that in the pot was started working again. I'll leave that for now on. I'll leave that for now. What? Yeah, I'll do it. My sister did for decoration. So for a decoration. Sure. Yeah.
I can't do that.
Take a potion if you want to cast more spells.
Why do I need to go here, man? Basically, where I'm stuck at. Need to. But I can do this later, right? Yeah, I want to go through. I could try to keep yellow. And to yellow.
There must be a way to open this gate somehow.
The door is blocked. The mechanism that controls it is complex, and as would be expected, it is missing a part. The door is blocked, and... The piece I found was once a part of this mechanism, but it is too worn. It needs to be repaired. Or we need to find a new one.
There's a table here, right? Now I need craft. I lost. Now I want illusion or curse. Now I need curse. So this
Hello, you lost?
No. Why do you ask?
It's just that we rarely get visitors. Well then, what can I do for you?
Is there any way you know of to make the lock mechanism blocking off the old tunnels work again?
How do you think I would know? If all the pieces are still in it, I would say yes. If not, it'll need repairing. Perhaps some of the parts need replacing. I believe I remember we found an old sketch of this mechanism in the mine. Serendipitous. Let me see. This is the one. Take it. If a piece is missing or broken, you should be able to replace it easily using this sketch.
Thank you very much. This certainly looks very useful.
And if you don't know how to craft whatever you're missing, you can always go and see the merchant. The pieces seem to be rather standard. Perhaps he'll have what you seek. Anything else?
If I'm right, this hamlet is home only to miners.
Yes. It's not been all that long that we've taken up residence here. For the time being, we've only been working a part of the mine because the veins run so deep in the tunnels. Hopefully more miners will come, and that will attract other craftsmen to our village. We'll see. Anything else?
I'll leave you to it then.
Until we meet again.
I'm sure if he has a car, but I think it's really good. I think I called you for making an open.
Good grief. These are some unusual customers. Greetings, milady. How may I help?
Oh, he has one. Wait, wait. Anyway,
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
make it anyway. I used to have to do it. I didn't do it. I get to that wall.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
I don't know what's the wrong one. I don't even know here.
There, the gate is open. Take a potion if you want to cast spells.
Actually, doesn't really matter. Someone gets signed too, I think. Signed too. What? What's the hell's happening? Okay. Now, I have some, maybe a little bit of this, maybe something else.
A bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Take a potion if you want to cast more spells. Let's see if you can ward off this feint. Let's see if you can ward off this feint.
Finally, here we are. These are the ruins that Lady Lorene spoke to us about.
I'll drown myself with a morning tide if these buildings were of native construction.
Explore the area. Something may give away the identity of the architects.
cast more spells. Let's see if you can ward off this fate. A bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate. I need healing.
Good. Oh.
Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Take a potion if you want to cast more spells. Let's see if you can ward off this fate. Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go! Take a potion if you want to cast more spells. I need healing. Bit of poison on my blade. And let's go!
Yeah.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go! Let's see if you can ward off this fate. Let's see if you can ward off this fate. I need healing.
So on to before we get there. Well, it was another person died. I think it's I'll be right back, man. So be right back. If you guys want to skip this and you watch it on somewhere else, just skip where I'm playing, okay? My name is Joshua.
These are some unusual customers. Greetings, my lady. It's a real pleasure. How may I help? Thank you. It was a pleasure. Greetings, my lady. How may I... Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Agora que eu escolhi, escola. want to do this. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to try to, I need to get a big weapon. I'm going to get a good weapon. Need that troll. And it's, you go out and get that stuff. I can go oh.
This valley is vast. We should get to a vantage point if we want to find this expedition. Over there. Tents. This must be the expedition's camp.
They do not look in very good condition. Let's have a closer look.
Signs of combat. They were attacked. By the look of the tents and the campfire, it dates back several days. It seems that they were taken prisoner. I don't see any bodies. This looks like scientific equipment. This must be the Lost Expedition's campsite. No weapon leaves this sort of marking. Perhaps they're wielding magic.
Yes. It is the art of the Donegada. One of the Valley clans was here.
Would you know which one?
One who fights against the invasion of the peoples from your island. I can be sure of nothing more.
Why would they attack scholars? They are not warriors.
They come here as conquerors. This is enough. But they were not killed. Warriors would have been.
I know from the leader of the edition, this is the road of the picture. A small page from the show version. I have the several ones without the noise effect. And it's like a laboratory should be more than Alpha decided to move the tens away from the tens. Alpha has decided to move her 10-4 away from C and into the crack and from the understanding why her master dismissed her. She has a bad temper. The species of her family. They have been very trouble, but come so close to us. Touch them. They stay, but not that always one. And yet the flesh almost related to her. And yet people may consider them to be scared.
This looks like the journal of a naturalist. There are sketches of flora and fauna. There is no doubt we are definitely on the trail of the lost expedition. It seems that one of the team kept a distance from the others. Let's see what we can discover. Trail of blood. That cannot be good. Follow it.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go!
More blood. We are on the right path. Keep going. A corpse. The clothes cannot be mistaken. It is a scholar of the Bridge Alliance. From the looks of him, I would say he's been dead for days. as we already thought. This isn't the woman whose journal we found. There is still a chance that she remains alive.
This man traded his life for all the suffering of my people. He was only a scholar, a sage, not a warrior on the battlefield. Do you think my people see a difference when bridgemen steal our people from their beds? From who do you think all the clans hide their children?
I have heard stories from the natives describing Bridger atrocities. If they are true, this violent attack, though tragic, would be justified.
I'll search the body. We might find something to help us understand. Here is the isolated camp mentioned in the journal. Everything is in order, but the inhabitants are no longer here. Its position would have allowed them to escape the attack.
It's like being in a crow's nest. The view we have over the valley is an ideal observation point.
It's a diary. A diary of we are set up for the small camp in the house of the valley of which is studied. The Lord is just in a place of incredible luxury. The land is the only place where many of different species can be found next to another, which may vary. Be bound to find antidote to the this plant with blue Java leaves. Likely this plant is knowledge of will have to be the one divine. If it is considered extent, it's a shame that we control with the natives. They are natives. They are mostly known as of all plants, but soldiers warned us. They told us that we can trust the aliens approaching aggression in this region. Our rival in this village is going to notice. I feel vacated by the lands. I hope they understand that we are not here to fight, but who's the law? I am impressed of those that becoming angry. They are very close to feel like I'm afraid we should expect an attack where we have so few weapons. They barely capture the distance themselves. And certainly we begin to build the swarm. They attack us. This is where they most likely come from. I haven't really tried to warn them. I tell them to be more decent, but discreet. I think it's discreet. But they refuse to listen.
It is a journal, that of a woman from the expedition, a certain Afra. She speaks of their research and relates here that she felt watched. She feared an attack was brewing. I believe she was right. The writing stops in mid-sentence.
Let's hope she's still alive, as well as her colleagues, or our mission will be a short one.
We must follow the tracks of the attack. They will surely lead us to the party of intrepid scholars.
This woman was right to fear the Donea Exregao. They must have followed this path coming from the swamp. This is where we should go if we want to find these lion scholars.
Those are islanders. They might be from the clan that attacked the bridge camp.
That's possible. They look like trackers. But what are they tracking?
New prey, no doubt. Let's get closer.
We won't let you take us. We will not kneel down without a fight.
Wait. We have no desire to fight you. We only want to find the lion sages. They are not warriors, but their chief is ready to send an army of warriors to liberate them. If you help us bring them back, you will save your tribe from a costly battle in lives.
He speaks truly. Look, one of them is already eager to bring lion warriors back to us.
All we wanted was for them to tell us where our brothers are being kept.
What good is this if we must leave our camp behind? Very well. Stay away from the main entrance. Our guards will not welcome your arrival.
Pass around. There is a smaller entrance hidden there. The lions are kept in a home in ruins.
There must be a key somewhere to open the door, but I know not where it is kept.
I'm not here to kill you.
Tell me then, what is your intended purpose?
We were sent to look for you.
Apologies, but allow me to express my doubts.
After this little swim, you'd always try to pull the trigger.
Who sent you to find me?
We were not looking for you in particular, but the entire expedition. It was Governor Burham who asked us to find you. He is worried about you. You haven't been reporting.
You should have said that straight away. I must admit, I was hoping for a rescue of a different nature. Do you have a name?
Desade. I'm from the congregation.
The new governor's cousin, who wears an islander face. I've heard stories about you. And then?
Captain Vasco. Though I realize I am quite far from the sea.
I am Siora, daughter of Bloodwood. From the people that your own capture and torture.
I've never taken anyone. On the contrary, we had hoped to exchange our knowledge with your own. This is a rather odd group. I am Afra, a scholar from the Bridge Alliance. It is rather rare to find me rolling in the marshes. I study the fauna and flora of this isle. I should imagine you have many questions.
We saw the site where you were attacked. What exactly happened?
We were taken by surprise. One moment everything was calm, and the next a war party of natives fell upon us. I had an uneasy feeling and kept myself apart. But when I heard my fellow scholars shout, I rushed over. Most of my companions are incapable of defending themselves, and we didn't have guards to protect us. One of them tried to flee, but they brought him down. We decided to give ourselves up to avoid a massacre.
What has happened since the attack? How long have you been in these marshes?
We were taken prisoner and were brought to a village nearby. I was able to escape while the others were taken to a house that they use as a prison. I wanted to join the Bridge Alliance frontier post not far from here, but I wasn't able. So I doubled back to keep watch of the village from a distance. I have been hoping to find a way to free my companions, without any success so far.
Have you made progress in your search for a cure?
We were studying some quite remarkable plants when we were attacked. The region is rife in unknown and novel species. Some seem incredibly promising. The local shamans know all these plants and they use them in their remedies. If only we had been able to converse with them rather than getting ourselves captured.
Could you lead us to the village where your colleagues are being held prisoner?
Certainly. We are oh so very close. And I fully intend to participate in this rescue. I'm not one to sit around and twiddle thumbs.
This is where the natives took your colleagues?
Yes, it is here. These ruins are being used as a camp by the native raiders.
There are so many of them. Better to remain discreet.
I have spied on the camp and discovered where my colleagues are being held. They are being kept in the old walls of the main ruin. I would rather avoid unwarranted deaths. We should wait until nightfall and look around the camp to find a more discreet way to get inside.
Indeed. It would be wiser than trying to get in through the gate. Then let's go! Take a potion if you want to cast more spells.
Watch out! Grenade!
Let's see if you can ward off this fate. Armor will no longer protect you.
Through the first one, I was way back to you with the supplies I asked you guys. When I saw one of the creatures told me about these here, but we want to make him what is the tree. I saw you too. I rushed forward to it. I tried to defend myself against so everybody it came on down from the ship. Tried to show the piece of dishonest. Actually, my favorite, I go through no longer enough to reach. I hope someone finds forgiveness that give you this letter from my wife. I love her.
I fled as they were about to lock my companions inside a cell. We're going to need a key.
Please, Honor Manawi, let's try to avoid a fight.
blade. And let's go! Take a potion if you want to cast more spells.
Afra, is that you?
Come quickly. We don't have much time. Thank you for your help.
Do not thank me yet. We are still in a shipload of danger.
Now, we must find a way to get out of this valley without putting my companions in danger.
Mercy, you have defeated us. Spare us our lives.
If you spare them, they will only hunt us down until we are all dead.
No, you have our word. We have been bested. We will let you move on in peace.
How can we trust you? You attacked our camp when we were not even armed.
They are savages. They had us caged like beasts.
We only sought to learn where you have caged our people.
Spare their lives. I beg you. They were only fighting to save the lives of those that have disappeared.
Very well. Leave, and I hope you keep your word.
Thank you, Onol Manawi. I have spoken, and I will honor my words, Kwa awalam seg.
We are no longer in danger. Thank you for your help, Desade.
I must admit, the reasons for my being here are not entirely selfless. Your research to find a remedy against the Malachor could save many lives in our cities as well.
You speak like a true woman of science. Cut to the point.
Then you'll be thrilled.
Your heroic efforts to save us from those savages could help. We've made a discovery.
Is that right? In that case, we need to speak with Governor Burham immediately.
Very well. I'll accompany you.
Let's be off.
Lady Desade, and our expedition. I thank you sincerely for having brought them back, Your Excellency. You are a providential woman.
Please, sir. It was you who convinced me and my cousin of the capital importance of their research.
Research that has borne fruit, Your Excellency.
Truly? This is excellent news. You have found a plant with sufficient properties?
Not exactly. Know that during our captivity, an island woman visited the camp. The natives called her Tierna Hac Cadactus and treated her with utmost reverence. I heard them talk about a remedy, a universal remedy it seemed, that she had concocted.
How's that?
Huh. Well, I grasp the basic of the local tongue, and I am certain to have heard the word yag. Remedy.
Surprising. But the Tierna Hac is very powerful and very wise. It is possible that she did craft such a remedy.
Sorry it took so long there. This is the end of the episode. Episode 12. Next is episode 13. Continue it. Episode 13. I know where people can add me on here. Let me there. Have a nice day. Bye. It's Josh for Gaming Radio. Signing off. Bye.